Hello, it is me, Mythic VR. I am here to do a little update trailer for the Blade and Sorcery Rakta update. It just came out, super excited. It adds a lot of ports to Nomad, which I really like because my for Nomad brain is like right now. So, before we get started and while my game is updating, I would just like to really quickly thank my two newest subscribers, CLAY and your local Beat Saber Sweat. I'm a small channel, so really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let's jump in. Hello, we are in this video I have disabled all of my mods, so what you're seeing here is raw, unchanged gameplay. With that being said, all my mods were unaffected, so if you have mods, feel free to update them, to update your game, because nothing will happen. Also, all my runs were unchanged, which I really appreciate. And I guess we'll start with a quick preview to our new weapons. Okay, so immediately what I'm seeing is this shuriken, or they call it throwing star. It was like highly bragged about in their trailer because of how hard it was to get it to spin correctly, and I'm seeing most definitely that their hard work paid off. It's spun somewhere, I don't know where it is, but when like look, and you can spin it in the air too, and it spins so fast. Like, look at that. And I'm gonna go in super slow motion. Oh wait, I don't have the mind crystal. Hold on. Okay, we now have super slow motion, and immediately I am seeing that you can imbue these with one hand. So let me just unimbue that. It looks like you can only put them on your side. So I'm gonna go to super slow motion. Wow. Amazing spinning animation, and it definitely works. If you like just toss it into the air, then it doesn't like spin too much. Only if you like put a little spin on it, like then it'll spin a lot. So definitely perfect addition to the game. I'm not sure how it will fit in with the NPCs. I've not tried it, but wow. So we have a sword catcher. This Rakta update is based off the Asian cultures, so we have, I guess, a samurai kind of theme. I know they added katana, that's the only thing I know about this update. So, definitely a nice addition to the game. It's thin, I'm not sure how that will affect my personal taste of it. It's long, which I definitely like in a dagger. But it's light, which it'd actually be good for like an assassin type game. Like it. Alright. Here we have, is this new? I feel like this is new. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But this is the Noble's dagger. And it definitely has that feel of the new update with the curled guards. It is similar to the sword catcher that we just looked at. You can see, very similar, except the pommel has a nice little spike, which you can use for stabbing, I guess. Again, I'm not sure if that's a new one. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. So here, we have a Raike sword, and here it is. For 7 years of waiting, we have the katana in Blade and Sorcery vanilla. It's handling a bit weird, but that could just be because of the imbuement. Let me just... Anyway, this is definitely a cool sword. My only question is whether both sides have a blade on them, or only this kind of filed side. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spawn an unfortunate NPC, and we're gonna Alright, so it looks to be that this is the only blade. It's very sharp, I'm noting. Which is one shot. I just one shot this hand. Let me try that again. It still has a bit of that gravity imbuement on, but it is quite heavy, I am noticing, in terms of, like, it's falling quite quickly. Let's look at this sword. Maybe I'm just... Alright, so it is around the same. I feel like this is, good length. I feel like... What was that? I feel like a pointed end would have been good, like on those daggers, so you can, like, kind of stab. But, again, amazing execution. And looks like... Is this one new? Okay, so yeah, I'm definitely seeing that those curved hilt, the curved hilt, that style is resonant of this new update. It's called the Highborn Sword, Tier 4 weapon. It definitely catches the light really well. I like the color scheme. Let me just check sharpness.
Get ready for this.
Okay, so not quite as not quite as sharp as the katana, but I mean, it's a katana, what do you expect? I'm definitely not used to handling swords like this, so I personally will probably not use it too much. It definitely has more of the hilt I was looking for on the katana, so you can use it if you have the body crystal. You can use it to give concussions, all that good stuff. So, the last in the swords category, we have the Lord Sword, and immediately, again, the kind of guards we have, like on the rapier. It seems that we're going for that in this update. I'm not sure if that is a thing in Asian cultures, but I'm definitely seeing it a lot in this update. It's light to handle, it's a good one-hander. Again, not that sharp, but compared to the katana at least, but it is very effective. I'm gonna actually try it against a guy, see if I can. It's actually kind of like the burial sword, which is a sword I often use, just because of how easy it is to one-hand. I like it. If it's not too expensive, I'm probably gonna use it a bit. Let's try. Easy to switch grips. Good. It's definitely a bit heavier than the burial sword, which is what I'm used to, but again, good for combat. I personally probably prefer the burial sword just for early game, considering that's probably going to be expensive. It's a tier 4, but I would definitely consider buying that in my real world. Alright, we have the Sunderer. This one, it looks like a meat cleaver, honestly. It's got this long handle, and it's got this nice black iron blade.
Here we go. My blade is ready.
Let's test it out. It's definitely... We can definitely... Oh, so it's a good stabbing weapon, additionally. You can kind of like... Ooh. And you can kind of pummel them if they have armor. It definitely has a similar feel to one of the in-game hammers. So you can kind of like swing wildly like not wildly, but if you know what I mean, just like
This
one
will
of
be
those
easy.
really wide swings, perfect for taking out enemies. It's a bit harder to one-hand just because of the long handle, but definitely
This will be easy.
quick, effective. The blade is a bit on the shorter side, but yeah. If you're looking for a bit of a shorter katana, that is a tier 2, so probably a bit cheaper. Alright, it looks like that is it for these swords. So, here in axes, we do not appear to have a new axe. I could be mistaken, I never particularly use axes. But here, in spears, we have the Blade staff. It's like a Darth Maul, kind of. So here, it's like a spear with a two-sided blade. It's a bit on the heavy side, so I would recommend dual-handing it.
Take him out.
It's a stabbing weapon, but it has a bit of a blade on it, so you can slice.
We go.
Let's see. It's meaty enough so you can parry, and you can keep your distance. You can one-hand it for stabs, but I definitely would not recommend just one-handing it in general. I'm not used to using spears in this game, so my aim not too great. But the tip of it is very sharp. It's really easy to just impale. Slicing, I'm finding to be a bit harder. Oh, never mind. I just had to catch one at the right moment. So, a bit heavy, but definitely effective if you're looking for a double-bladed stabbing weapon. Or, I guess you could, like, do this. Not sure. Then we have the... Sorry, is this? No. Then we have cleaving staff. This has similar feel to that other long-bladed kind of meat cleaver thing, but it sounds longer. And right away, this is like the Bardiche, like that great axe from a previous update. It's got excellent range. It's not rusty. Hold on, let's see if it is substantial enough to deflect a spell. Alright, so it can deflect fireball. Alright, let me just deal with these guys. I'm definitely not used to it. This weapon, it's gonna take some practice.
Let's make this quick.
But if you're looking for a long-ranged slicing weapon, look, very effective. This is the Sentry Staff, if I remember correctly. Sorry, Sentry Spear. This is another two-hander. It's got a long blade here, as well as a small blade on the end, which I guess is mostly decorative. But yes, they're not very sharp, not very deep, but definitely you can use that to stab. I'm also kind of noting that it's quite light. If you needed to use this to one hand, I suppose you probably could, like while you're healing or something. But it's definitely not designed to be one-handed. And if you are slicing, then that is definitely quite hard. But if you're stabbing, perfect. Let's try that with two-handed. As the NPCs say, let's make this quick. Okay, we're here in staffs, and I'm seeing it right now. We have a double crystal staff. Now, if this means what I think it means, I will be very happy. Now, what I'm assuming this means is that... Wait, no. Okay, so we can have 2 abilities on the same staff. See? We don't have that lightning slam, but on that side, but we do have on that side. Now I'm gonna put some fire here. Wait. Okay, I don't know how they managed to do this. I don't know what the controls are. Whatever it is, it's very intuitive. It looks like... Okay, so it activates both abilities at once. Let's see. So if you slam this end to the ground, it does fire abilities. If you slam this end to the ground, you can see the lightning particles. So I'm gonna try this out on an enemy. I have a feeling it's gonna be just as great as I think it'll be.
Get ready.
Blade, we go.
Alright, my game is lagging. That was a mistake. Okay. Amazingly efficient. It's also quite powerful, the staff. I didn't actually check what tier it was, but now I want to know because I need this in my Crystal Hunt world. Alright, it's a tier 2. Wait, no. Yeah, it's a tier 2. Okay, so you need to buy this in Blade and Sorcery Crystal Hunt world. This is insane, and it's a tier 2. Again, I don't know how expensive it is. It could be the most expensive tier 2 that ever was. But, like, honestly, worth every penny. Alright, shield. Doesn't look like there's anything. But I know we're probably going to have some armor. Because what's a new update without an armor to go with it? Alright. Alright. What is this? Okay, that already exists. Okay, we have a Raike Elite armor. I'm gonna put all this on. Now let's see. Raike Elite. Alright, this is full Raike armor. Let's check it out. Okay. This is... Alright. The game has completely changed. Look at this. I have hair. I have my menacing staff. Like, look, this, they did it. We have samurais in Blade and Sorcery. Alright, so, that is all of the new additions. I'm gonna go check out some dungeons. I'm in Sandbox, so I'm gonna build my build, with these new items. I'm gonna wear the new armor. We're gonna go all out Raike. And we're gonna see how it goes. Okay, guys, we're back. We're not in the dungeon. I just realized we forgot to do the new blunt weapon, known as the Great Iron. Now this is obviously it's like the flanged mace, and we're gonna see how well it pierces. A bit heavy for my taste, but it said it's good for taking out elite rakes, which I'm assuming means that it is good against armor. Alright. That is indeed effective. Alright, well, now let's actually get into the run. We are in an outpost of the Eridan Kingdom. For my loadout, I have a throwing star pouch on my left side. I have the Raike sword on my right, so the katana. The double crystal spell staff on my left back, and the Lord sword on my right back. Now, one thing I noticed while getting over to the quest board is that in this Raike armor, it is really hard to cast spells. So I'm assuming that this spell staff, the double crystal staff, will be effective, so that we can have a way around using
Let's see how they handle my blade.
the magic from our hands. Alright, time to use the... You know what? I'm gonna use the katana. I'm gonna go all out on these guys for disturbing the peace. Alright. Oh, that is actually good. If that were my first dungeon, I would have been happy. Alright, I'm gonna charge up the staff with, say, fire and gravity. Let's do it. So I can fly while levitating people. That is great. So yeah, these NPCs stand no chance against this staff. If they try to sneak up behind you, they get charbroiled. If they try to get in front of you, then they get picked up. Perfect for guarding your back in tight dungeon situations. Ooh. So now I'm going to try using the shuriken throwing pouch. See how good my aim is with these. I'm going to imbue them with gravity just for funsies.
Here we go.
Ooh, bad aim. Alright, I got one in. Alright, I'm gonna need some practice with these. So yeah, those shurikens, I need some practice with. I'm not too great with them, but these swords, these are great. Like, honestly. Like, they didn't just put in a katana because the community wanted it. They, like, actually made a good weapon. Which I'm happy about, because nobody wants to have a katana after all this time, and then have it be a bad weapon. Dispose of the evidence. Alright, FBI, open up. Who's home? Nobody's home. Alright. So after this outpost, I intend on doing the new Raike sandbox wave. Come on, I'm trying to narrate a video here. Blah. No respect for the algorithm. So yes, we have, from what I've heard, I read the Baron's official post. Like, only a few paragraphs, so I'd know if I wanted to, like, make a video on it or not. But it turns out we have a 1v1 with a Raike Elite. So I'm going to do that 1v1 with the Raike Elite as a Raike Elite and see which one of us is the better Elite. The one who's trained or the one who just started playing 2 minutes ago. Okay, we are in the canyon map with the same loadout as you saw before. And we, as a Raike Elite, are going to go into the new Rakta Elite Duel. So this is an infinite wave of one NPC in the full armor with the Raike sword. So likewise, that is what we are going to do. Full armor, only the Raike sword. Because it seems like that's what these NPCs are going to have in their loadout. I will use no spells, and it looks like he's right there. Definitely, I'd like to see some NPCs using this, this new staff. Beating him up here. Alright, I'm gonna save one of these Raike swords, so if any of them start dual wielding on me, I won't waste a minute. Wow. I gotta So these NPCs, they have the same AI as the other NPCs. Base game. Well, not base game. This is old NPCs, obviously, but I am noticing that their armor is actually quite easy to penetrate with their own sword. Which, I mean, it's their sword. I guess they don't really need to ever worry about it. But if you ever are going up against a Raike faction, if that ever goes into Crystal Hunt, which I'm assuming it will, then be sure to hack one of these swords, because, like I said. Also, I'm noticing they have a small chink in their armor. If you go right here, in their stomach, front side, just stab them straight there. Great weak spot to exploit. Maybe it's not a sword, maybe it's a weak spot, I'm not sure. That's just where I aim generally. I just like stab in there if I can, or under the neck. But their neck is actually pretty protected. So yeah, that is a weak spot to exploit. I'm not sure if I have that too, or if it's just the NPCs. I would assume I have that too, but something to test out. So, it looks like the chink isn't all the way through, so don't slice. Simply stab straight in the middle. Alright, this is the last enemy, and then we will wrap up this video introducing the Raike update. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching my video on the Raike update. If you need more information on the update, or simply want to learn about scripting 2.0 for Nomad, I will put a little video in this top right corner for a video which the Baron himself released introducing the update. Without any further ado, thank you for watching, and we'll see you later.